Hi there, it's Mr. Clark. Welcome to lesson 1.1.3, 4/4 time. So, just like we had 2/4 time, where you could fit 2 quarter notes in a measure, now we have 4/4 time, where you can fit 4 quarter notes in a measure. So, 4 quarter notes, 1 quarter note is the same as 2 eighth notes, so you could fit 8 eighth notes in a measure. 2 quarter notes is the same as a half note, so you could fit 2 half notes in a measure and look like Spock. Half note, half note. What if we want only 1 note in a measure? 1 note that is worth 4 counts. Well, 4 quarter notes, 2 half notes. What would we? 1 whole note. So a whole note is going to look like this. We already went from a black note head to a white note head, or filled in hollow, however you want to think about it. Now we take away the stem and we get a whole note. And if we continue our rhythm tree, this is what we were looking at last time. I really need to sharpen my pencil. 1 half note, 2 quarter notes, 4 eighth notes. You can take 2 of those, because a whole note is the same as 2 half notes. Each half note is 2 quarter notes. Each quarter note is 2 eighth notes. So, if you have this rhythm in 4/4 time, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 1, 3, 1. Notice as I'm saying the rhythm that I'm making sure to sustain the notes all the way to the next note. Otherwise, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 1, 3, 1. And that is not what is notated. We have continuous sound all the way through. If we did want some silence, we also have a way to notate that. And it's called a quarter rest. That looks like a hard thing to draw. When I draw it, it's kind of like a squiggly thing. The best way to, I think, to remember it is a Z, or like a lightning bolt, and then a C at the bottom. So you have your Z, your C, and you just kind of put them together. And as long as it's like anything vaguely like that, a musician will know what it is. We don't have any other squiggly things that look like that. That would be confused. So, this first bar here, if I had a half note and 2 quarter notes, it would sound like this. 1, 3, 4. But instead, I've said, hey, I want a quarter note on beat 1, and then I want silence on beat 2, and then beats 3 and 4. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 3, 4. So I still make sure to sustain all the way to the beginning of count 2, then silence, and then 3, 4. So this whole line would sound like this. 1, 3, 4, 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 1, 4, 1. The last thing to note is that in 4/4 time, you can still beam your eighth notes in groups of 2. You'll also sometimes see groups of 4, either the first 4 or the last 4. Having the middle 4 beamed together is not really a thing that happens. And we can chat about that more at some point in the future. But first 4 or last 4, you may see them beam together in a group of 4, and that's fine. See you next time.